Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. I'm so excited to welcome this very famous Insta pup to the show, Pavlov and his pup dad, Anthony. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks so much for having us.
There is something about a corgi that just makes me so happy when you see them.
Yeah, I feel like he's so disproportionate that whenever someone sees him, they have to like point at him, and I feel like I call it being corgi called instead of cat called because everyone's like a corgi, and I'm like, I know, I'm here too.
That's so cute. How old is Pavlov?
Pavlov is 4, or he's turning 4 at the end of the month.
Wow, and tell us about his name.
So Pavlov was a Russian scientist, taught us a lot about conditioning dogs through bells and salivation. My girlfriend and I were psychology students at UCLA, and it just made a lot of sense to us at the time. And we continued into psychology, so like the joke kind of continues. And so people are really either really confused or like, why did you name your dog something Russian? Or they're really happy and because they get the joke. Yeah.
Wow. Well, and then Pavlov became famous.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, oh, maybe one day people will hear Pavlov and know it's him, and I think that's a long shot.
So what is the number one thing you feel like he's taught you?
A lot of self-care. I think that like I've had a lot of, he creates a lot of routine for me. I wake up at the right time every morning because he wakes me up. I have to walk him. I can't sleep in too much, or I can't kind of neglect my own routine because he's a big part of it. And also has just taught me a lot about caring for another thing, and also I guess like exploring my creativity a little bit.
Oh wow!
I love that.
I love
you use that positive reframe when like the fire alarm goes off at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
it's helping me with my routine.
Yeah.
Positive reframe.
So tell us about Yappy Hour and your collaboration with Benebone.
Yeah, so we've been working with Benebone to put on some events throughout the community. Benebone is a dog chew company, and honestly, like Pavlov loves it, and so when we got the opportunity to figure out like how we can incorporate our love for dogs and then introduce it into the community, it was a great match. And so what Benebone is really trying to do is create opportunities in the community for people to go out and spend some time with their dog, really going back to that self-care kind of mission. And I guess like our society has been really moving towards doing things with your dogs, but sometimes people don't know what to do with them besides from going to the dog park and maybe going to the dog beach. So we had an event at Angel City Brewery this weekend, and it was tons of fun, had lots of dogs, and really
lots of beer.
Yeah, lots of beer. Yeah, exactly. So the humans and the dogs had a good time.
The dogs drink the beer. No, just kidding. In LA, I mean, dogs are everywhere. It's like people don't have as many children. They have a lot of dogs.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you, is there something new that, I haven't had a dog in a long time, so obviously there's all kinds of new ways of taking care of your pets that are all organic and everything else. Yeah. Is there anything particular that you do for your dog that's special, that's LaLa Land-ish?
Yeah, well, I think that like you said, I mean, people are having dogs and not children, or at least like he is our son, and so we're really mindful about what we put into his body, both from like a diet perspective, but even from like a chew perspective. And so what we really enjoy about Benebone is that everything is made in the United States, and so we're like really aware of what goes into it, right? And so just like us being really mindful of what we put in our bodies, I mean, the same kind of philosophy is being translated into dogs as well.
Yeah, so important.
So Pavlov's Insta journey.
Yes.
He must have some incredible fans, but what do his fans not know about him?
What do they not know about him? Well, he's super mischievous and food motivated. Like
he just looks so happy. I can't believe he has a mischievous bone in his body.
Yeah, I mean, when he knows we're paying attention to him, he'll kind of stay close and know that he can't get into anything. But if we kind of let him off leash, he'll sniff every corner of this building to find a crumb of food, and if he finds anything, he'll be. It's really worth it.
Every guy in LA.
Exactly.
No different.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is so much fun. What's been the best part about your relationship with him, besides the self-care? I mean, is there an incredible adventure you've been on or something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he gets me out a lot, and he is kind of like the segue to getting me to get new experiences. You know, we were students before, and so we spent a lot of time kind of like in that student life and within the same kind of community of like-minded people. I mean, like we were in psychology, so my friends were psychology students. And so the best part about being with him and kind of having a social media reach is I've met people from all walks of life, different fields, different cultures, speaking different languages. And the thing that kind of brings us all together is just the love for dogs. And like, that is something that I didn't really know I could be a part of until I joined this community.
So great.
Well, please tell everyone where they can find and follow Pavlov's adventures.
So you can find Pavlov on Instagram and on YouTube at Pavlov the Corgi. On Twitter, it's PavGod, and then you can also connect with Benebone on Instagram at MyBenebone.
Thank you so much. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of today's interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes. The whole show is streaming on EverTalk TV, on Apple TV and Roku.
That's right. We're waking up the world today. You guys have a great Monday. Make it happen.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.